Hey, good morning. Today is Monday, May the 20th, 2024, and the time now is 7:07 a.m. This week so far is shaping to be a very eventful week as last week was. And this relates to the crashing of the helicopter that was carrying Iran's president, Ibrahim Raisi. And it is said that the the helicopter basically crashed in a mountainous region. So President Raisi basically went to inaugurate a dam, and on his way back, apparently the weather changed and the plane crashed in a very foggy weather. Now, when I basically came across the news or upon the news, couple of questions that I asked myself. One is that yes, the president's plane crash. How many plane was there? And I basically do not like the fact that if it is possible that only one helicopter, I do not like the fact that only one helicopter transporting a person of that sort, especially given what's happening in the Middle East, okay? Where countries, let's say for example, Israel and Iran, has been going at each other's throats, okay? There should have been at least multiple helicopter. This basically means that President Raisi being escorted by fighter helicopters or something of the sort for his protection. Because honestly, this to me is shipping to seem or to look like it was an assassination. Okay? Now, assassination doesn't necessarily mean that a foreign agent or a foreign entity did it. It can also mean an internal assassination, as we saw last Wednesday in Slovakia, where the Prime Minister, Robert Fico, okay, or Robert Fico, if you will, was almost assassinated, okay? But for the Iran's president, Ibrahim Raisi, it is a sad thing for him and for the country, Iran. Now, whether you like him or not, whether you against him or not, and so far I am seeing lots of crazy, terrible politics, international politics at play here. Okay? Like, for example, in the United States, in Israel, in the West, many could hate President Raisi. Many despise him. However, I do believe there are many within his country, in Iran, who love him dearly and who basically are feeling the pain, feeling the sadness of his loss, okay, or his potential loss. Yes, it is being said that he had died, even though it hasn't been confirmed yet, because the rescue team are still making their way towards the potential site of the crash. But given the region, which is mountainous, which is cold, perhaps it is necessary to say that he had died. And also, it is being alleged that the plane basically experienced a very hard crash, which in that case, it could be very difficult, okay, as a person within the plane to survive. But now, there are a lot of things out there, okay, in terms of international hatred and international politics. Something interesting that happened, which pertains to a United States Senator, Rick Scott of Florida. Yesterday, when I came across the news, I began to do some research and I came across a very long article. I think it's either an Al Jazeera article, and there is a tweet that he sent basically jubilating, okay, about the death of Iran's president, Ibrahim Raisi. stating something about, or something the sort of, he was evil before he came to power and he's evil even in death. I read it, I felt so bad, and something basically came to mind. Basically, it confirmed to me that American politicians, or many of them, are just rude. Okay, some of the things that they do. And to me, it does no justice to the United States. Okay, what it does is basically humiliating the United States. As of this time, when international politics is very tense, when the United States, for whatever going on in Israel or Palestine, or what's going on in Ukraine, or what is being developed to be the next stage, okay? I'm talking about the potential conflict between China and Taiwan. The United States is being blamed for a lot. And in many of these cases, it is blatant that the United States is basically driving these events. For all these, it is very sad, but very unprofessional, okay? Very humiliating on the side of the United States for American politicians to act the way they act or say the things that they do say. I know around 2011, 2012-ish, when Muammar Gaddafi was killed, there are those who would say he was murdered. Hillary Clinton came on record saying things that sort of, we came, we saw, he died. Okay, basically jubilating that Muammar Gaddafi was killed or murdered, however you want to say it. Now, yes, it was in American politics or an American policy to see the assassination of Muammar Gaddafi, to oust him from power. However, I do believe sometimes American politicians just need to be quiet, because they say things, they do things, which does nothing but to increase the possibility or the spread or the perception of conspiracy theorists or conspiracy theory, or basically make the United States look bad. This is nothing but warmongering, and it's nothing but a bloodthirsty statement or activity that many American politicians are engaging in. And I do think that the senator of Florida, Rick Scott, was very undisciplined or indisciplined, however you want to say it. He was very cruel. He was very rude and unprofessional. He should not have said such statement. Whether you like it or not, for a country that is at war with Iran, okay, let's face it, the United States is at war with Iran, even though it is not a hot war. For a country that is often trying to exacerbate some tension within Iran so that some people could go against Iran's government, such statement is a terrible statement which will bear no fruit. So, many American politicians continue to write checks, okay, by saying or doing things that are just offensive, that the United States as a country, as a people, or as a government cannot cash. For the past few weeks, or let's say 3 months now, since I created or began this channel, The Echoing Voice, I have used the word impulse a lot. So I do believe that American politicians, many of them act, say things, or do things by impulse, and they are not calculating what they are saying, how it could make them look to the rest of the world or to the rest of their country, and how what they are saying or doing could possibly tint the image or the reputations of their country. Okay? And these are people who are doing nothing but tearing apart the United States reputation. So what he did was basically, okay, and I'm talking about Florida's Senator Rick Scott. What he did, the way he tweeted, jubilantly, okay, about the death or the plane crash of Iran's president, I do find it to be offensive, cruel, nasty, and stupid. It is and was very, very, very unprofessional. As a very high ranking representative of a country, you do not say those things, even against your enemy. I think what is best is to just be quiet, carefully, silently, and privately celebrate. Do not come in public and start saying things, okay? Because such things that you say could backfire against you or your country. 2 years ago, Lindsey Graham, he came out in public on record, basically calling for somebody to take out Vladimir Putin. Okay, he called for a brute in Russia to take out Vladimir Putin. Another activity which was very much offensive, wicked, and unprofessional. An assassination, okay, over 100 years ago, started the First World War that basically saw tens of millions of people dying as well as being injured. Countries, government, empires collapsing. For a country like the United States that continues to go through a lot, experiencing lots of internal conflict, whether between or among politicians, as well as the restlessness of the people, okay? A country that is seeing continuously tension among its people and tension between the government and the people. Officials of US government should watch what they do and what they say. But on that note, I will end. But once again, it is not good seeing the death of a leader. The death of a leader can lead to internal crisis. For a country like Iran, 88 million people, it is a large country, a country of a very sophisticated among many countries, okay? And I'm talking about its military industrial complex, a country that is currently at war. That country, seeing the death of its president, is not a good thing for the region and for the rest of the world. But countries around the world, basically, and government have made statements, okay, about the plane crash that basically killed Iran's president, Ebrahim Raisi. I am going to end here. Thank you very much for watching The Echoing Voice. But please, give me a feedback. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I'm missing. Let me know what I said wrong and what I can correct. Peace.